Giles, I'm gonna throw out a hypothetical. Nintendo, like Miyamoto-san, he calls you up tomorrow, and he's like, "All right, mother, I need you back, baby."
It's like a cop show, isn't it?
I'm Mark Lentz from Chuhai Labs, and with me today is my boss,
Giles Goddard.
and today we're going to be doing an
1080.
IGN Reacts, Dev Reacts of Star Fox. Giles, you worked on Star Fox.
I did, didn't I?
Surprise!
According to my Wikipedia.
According to that. When's the last time you've seen anybody play?
Actually, last Christmas, I tried to play it with my kid, and we got through one stage.
So it holds up, is what you're saying?
No, I had to stop playing. I wasn't very good.
Oh.
This intro, this took absolutely ages. We did so many iterations of this to get something
like it doesn't hurt,
usable.
it's just stiff.
Is it like? Did you work on the intro specifically?
Yeah. With Miyamoto, it took like 3 months or something stupid like that. This whole bit of them coming out and.
Let's not help them.
Can you tell us about the who did the voice acting in this game?
I think it was some people from NOA. I think, Nintendo America. I think it was maybe Dan Alson and a few other guys.
Oh, cool. Did you help with any of the design of any of the ships or like?
Yeah, sometimes we came up with. He's going to hit that. Why didn't he hit that? That was definitely a bug.
I think that's kind of the point of this speedrun.
So there's no collision on the top of that tower, right? I'm going to take notes, right? Go back and fix this. He's not. Okay.
Like, did you design any of these elements that are like?
Yeah. So some of the things. Hang on. What's he doing? What is he doing here?
I like that you've never seen a speedrun, so this is pretty exciting.
No, I don't understand what is he doing?
I believe he's exploiting the game to get the
breaking
best
the
possible.
game.
Yes.
Willfully breaking the game.
Come on, SnakeMadness.
Oh, that's good.
SnakeMadness.
Oh, look, I just saw a texture. There's another texture coming up. Oh, there was one on the left. It was quite expensive to have a texture, so we had like one every 20 buildings or something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, some of the enemies, we'd come up with the movements, and then they sort of design the enemies around the movement. But most of the time it was, we've got this idea for an enemy, they'd give us a shape and we'd do the movement for them. Or we'd reuse bits, like for instance that robot carrying the block, that was Dylan that sort of reused a pillar.
Giles, you were 18 or 19 when you worked on this?
12 or something.
12 or something.
No, I think we were like 19, 20 or something.
Right.
What's he doing with the buttons? Can you see him? Is he just...
It looks like he's having a good time.
Really nice fast sound.
Alright, here we go. This was my boss, I think. Yeah, this was... Really? I like this boss.
Did you work on this boss?
Yeah, this was my one of the first ones. It's very easy.
I think this is the only easy boss in the entire game.
Really? I always remember Dylan's ones being particularly hard, and annoying rather. My ones were hard but fun. His were just annoying. He did that really quick, didn't he? But I guess they used the bomb, didn't he?
Outside of me missing the shot on the one enemy.
Do you have a favorite stage?
I actually can't remember. I think I like a few of the space stages that reminded me of Starblade. Or rather, ripped off from Starblade.
Oh, when it becomes first-person view?
Yeah. I have my favorite enemy is the chicken missile. Don't know if you remember that. It comes straight at you. If you try to dodge it, it will always hit you. So you have to basically not move, and then right at the last moment it gets out your way. I thought that was really cool.
This is going to be a riveting stage, I think. I think he's just going to go all the way to the right the entire time.
Oh, I see. What, to avoid the enemies?
Yeah.
That's cheating.
So,
But that's only going to work. Does that work?
Giles, I'm gonna throw out a hypothetical. Nintendo, like Miyamoto-san, he calls you up tomorrow and he's like, "All right, motherfucker, I need you back, baby."
It's like a cop show, isn't it?
I
I need the old Goddard magic.
That was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. So he says, "All right, Star Fox 3, you little bitch."
Yeah.
It's not. Can you run us through what Star Fox 3 would be?
Is there only two? What do you mean Star Fox 3?
There's Star Fox 1, there's Star Fox 2, and then there's...
Oh, what about the other ones, like 0?
I mean,
That doesn't count.
there's no 3. So he needs the dream team back.
The
all right?
old magic.
The old magic. Now, run us through what that game's going to be. What's it going to look like? Is it going to be no textures?
Yeah, I think we should go back to having no textures again and a few sprites like this. No, I don't know. I've not actually thought about what Star Fox nowadays would look like. It's kind of hard because they've kind of done all of it, haven't they, already? You know, they've done the free roaming, they've done the transforming to different shape, vehicles and stuff. You'd have to do something completely different, wouldn't you?
Like in the Wild West.
In a while, 1800 Star Fox. Oh, this was another one of mine actually. He's not even doing anything.
He's using his skills.
Oh, he just got rid of all the thing. Look at that. Oh, that was definitely a bug.
Son of a bitch.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So what? You just go off to the side, throw off a few bombs, get rid of the little turrets, and then just kill the.
I think we saved the full 3 seconds here. We probably save about the second and a half.
So of all the voices, which is your favorite
We
sample?
had some pretty iffy.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know which one that's supposed to be. What was the?
It's Falco, I think.
Really?
I think so.
2 seconds.
I like this warp bit as well. It's like Star Wars. Looks pretty cool actually, doesn't it?
Save 2 seconds overall.
What's next?
Yeah, not the full 3.
Space
A
Armada.
second more than I expected. So I'll take.
All right, you didn't work on this one, so let's talk shit all the way through.
I did, didn't I?
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Wow. Did you work on all these
no,
stages?
we worked on all. We all worked on all the stages. It's just the last bosses. We took turns to make the bosses.
Got it. What's your least favorite Star Fox character? Because you know some of them are pretty stupid.
I don't really like any of them, to be honest.
But what's your least favorite? What's the one that like just drives you up the wall? Like the dumb frog
that
or
stupid rabbit. He's just useless. He just doesn't. He never does anything. He just gets killed all the time, and that's it.
A little bit off.
I don't know. What? It was. There was a fox. There was a rabbit.
there's a
Falco,
bird and there's a frog.
and frog. Yeah. What? 4 of them. What's going on here?
Did you get to pitch any animals? Like
Animals.
like an armadillo or a
Yeah,
like
we
a-
went through all sorts of animals.
like a sloth?
We had an orangutan. That didn't work too well.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, no. That's some shit. Like that would have been pretty cool.
I'm surprised there isn't a dog actually. Why isn't there a dog?
There should be a dog.
I think this was a Dylan stage. These tunnel things.
Who made those explosions? Did you work on those?
Well, you mean the graphics?
Yeah.
Some Nintendo?
Some guy.
Some guy. One of the artists, funny enough. But I hated. So I'll tell you what. I hate the fact that the explosions go upwards.
Oh, they just float away.
Because they wouldn't, would they? Because it's in space. Also, technically, there shouldn't be any sound of anything. 'cause
You're
it's in
right. That would be
space.
a much more riveting game to be like hyper real. Okay, what about the wireframe? Like, whose decision was that? Was that just save on frame rate or?
No, that's a shield, isn't it? We need to do a cheap way of doing a shield, so we did wireframe. It's actually more expensive to do.
And by expensive, he means demanding on the computer.
Yeah, I think it was actually more expensive to do wireframe in some cases. I can't remember why. I may be talking bullshit. Why is there just another one of these? You could have made a different every time.
God damn it, Dylan Cuthbert.
I don't like those. I don't like the big fat things that just fly past.
I was hoping.
Oh, is this the boss coming up now?
Shot earlier.
I seem to remember if you can't kill the boss, then you have to go through this whole thing again, don't you?
Oh, it's like a timed thing. If you don't get him in time, you have to play it again.
It's something like that, isn't it? I do remember that it keeps looping around if you don't do something.
I'm going to guess this
cheap.
speedrunner is able to do it.
Hope so.
He shot his orb early.
I have to get both the health, and I have to shoot down the first node.
Oh, this is the spinning thing, isn't it?
So when you were working at Nintendo, how many days or how often would you guys come in like wicked hungover?
Every single day. I can also almost remember the bosses or the enemies that we did on which hangovers. Which bars and pubs we went to the night before, and why that enemy ended up like that sort of thing.
Would the whole team go out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Gaijin,
Right.
foreigners, me, Dylan, and Krista.
Just because of two enemies getting hits that they don't normally get in.
What does he mean?
Uh-oh.
Kids. I got 2 kids I didn't normally get. What, is he doing that on purpose? He must be in there.
That was sloppy.
This was, that was really quick.
That turned a good Space Armada.
Doesn't look very happy, does he?
Average.
Sloppy.
Ah, that was very sloppy.
It was
yeah.
sloppy. Snake madness.
Nothing like a sloppy Space Armada.
I'm curious how that's going to balance out.
Yeah, I don't like those explosions.
They just float away.
Because our first 2/3 of that.
Is there only one animation for all the explosions?
Yeah. I think it's like 8
I'm
frames or
gonna put
something.
that on gold pace.
What did he say? I would have put that on gold paste.
I would have put that on your face.
He's still really going at it still, isn't he? Is that the same guy or somebody else?
That's the same guy.
Oh, it's a different camera.
Yeah. He holds his controller like old school.
Yeah.
Good for him. That's cool.
So this is kind of like the Star Wars arcade rip-off level. I remember with the dots on the ground.
Right.
See that we should have done a bit more here because the grots are making the dot grots. The
Right.
dots are making a grid.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have done that. We should have made them random. Could have done that.
So is this just the trench run, more or less?
Of
From,
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Or it's rather... Yeah. Well, from Starglider, the game that my old company did. It was basically based off that, I think.
And if there's anywhere that's going to kill this run first, it's going to be this level.
Volatile, bro. Yo, SnakeMadness, he's kind of a G.
I can't remember what this level was all about. It's not a very good level, is it? It's kind of a bit barren and boring, isn't it?
I mean, is it safe to say you guys were just out of ideas? Like you just
You can
tapped
see
out,
you can
like,
see it getting thinner and thinner towards the end.
like you guys were just checked out. Like fuck Nintendo.
This was definitely a hangover day. This level. Yeah. Like, there was a thing behind. There's a bad thing or a good thing behind those doors, isn't there? I think that was something like that. Randomly, you get a different one, maybe.
Was there any like discussion on like different ship shapes, or was it always kind of just this one? Like,
You mean for the main character?
yeah.
Oh, that was very clean. Okay. Now.
You have no idea.
Um,
And did you work on this boss?
no, this was Dylan's.
Oh, okay.
You'll see why I find it annoying, because it just does this. It's just spinning around, flailing his arms and hitting you. See what I mean? I don't know. I just find this really annoying. And then it starts shooting fire at you. Why couldn't it just shoot you directly? Why does it have to bounce off the ground like that? Good, he's dead.
For the 3 paths,
Yeah, right in his face.
Categories.
I think we're gonna skip this whole section.
This dimension, which is technically the true 1%.
We did have quite a few different shapes, actually, for the R-Wing, before we came up with the R-Wing.
Oh, really?
Okay. If we
It was entirely due to the lack of polygons. Basically, it was just 3 polygons almost.
And honestly,
That's why it was shaped like that.
Fantron fights in general might keep us on pace.
Is this your stage? Is this your boss?
I can't remember what boss this is.
This
This isn't the last one, is it?
I think this is the last
Is
one.
this Andros?
I think this is the last one.
It's interesting. It's not. I guess you can't really use any bugs as such, but they are using sort of just avoiding the enemies as a technique, aren't they? I think this is the one with the chicken missile in it. Maybe. Oh, did you see the little alien
Yeah.
that comes out? Yeah.
Did you make the little alien?
No, I was a programmer.
Oh, okay.
I think one of the artists made the alien. And I think that planet below is a BG scrolling on the scan line. That's why it only tilts. You can't do a full tilt. You can only do a few angles because it's tilting using the scan lines to do it.
Oh, word.
It's not a proper
Positions.
mode 7 type
That
BG.
wasn't too bad at the end.
Is that because you were using mode 7 for something else?
Hell of a lot.
Or
I don't think we could use mode 7. I think mode 7. I can't remember, but I think mode 7 was
To the bottom left.
not available. I think with mode 7, all you can have is just the mode 7 plus sprites on top of it.
Were there any stages that you wanted to make that ultimately got nixed, like stylistically, or?
And
No, I think we put everything in. We were kind of. I think we were struggling for ideas for a lot of the stages. Maybe this was part. This is a 2-part boss, isn't it? I think. Because that boss runs away, doesn't he?
I love that Giles has no idea about this game anymore.
I mean, I haven't seen this far into the game for literally 30 years or whatever.
Have you ever beat this game?
Yeah. When I made it.
Like mad.
When's the last time you attempted to actually beat it?
Probably right before we shipped.
I want to say this
When we were
is
testing it.
at least 4 seconds.
I got
better
so fed up
than
with
the
it by that
GDQ
time.
run right now.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like these blocks that just appear out of nowhere.
Okay, I'm gonna say they look pretty cool.
But they just appear out of nowhere.
What should they have done?
Do something other than appear out of nowhere.
Should they have floated in
They could've,
majestically? Like, I think they look pretty cool.
They could have come in from the side. Or
So do you hate the lightning in the background as well?
no, the lightning's pretty cool.
Okay,
Actually.
but even though it's only the same lightning over and over, don't you hate that?
Well, do you know why it's the same lightning over and over?
Because it was easier.
Because we had a splitting headache from the hangover. No, because it's a trick. It's just a BG, and one of the colors we just changed the color randomly to make it look like it's flashing. So it's a BG with a color palette, right? And
No kidding.
One of the colors is lightning, And if you make it black, it disappears. If you make it white, it appears. So you just flash that one color on and off, and you get.
All right, that's a pretty cool trick. All right,
Yeah.
that's pretty neat.
And it's it's free.
Right.
That's what's going on there.
Would you ever want to go back and develop for the SNES again? Like,
No, not at
No.
all.
okay.
No.
Okay.
I think it was the least enjoyable to program. I think
Usually don't
for
make
me at
that
least.
mistake.
I think listeners and viewers were really hoping for you to say, yeah, it was it was really exciting. I would love to go back to the old days. And instead you're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. It was painful. I mean, it wasn't. I wouldn't say. I mean, I guess I have to be honest. It wasn't really enjoyable.
Into 50-50.
Dev kit, whatever. It
Right.
was a mess.
We got the clip. We didn't have to worry.
And you had
about
to
it.
sort of burn ROMs to test it properly and all this kind of stuff.
But you also had the pre-launch dev kit. You were working on this before.
Right, yeah.
Like,
But also, we had to make the tools to make for the dev kit ourselves. So.
I mean, you also worked on Stunt Race FX, and that's kind of a notoriously shitty game. But like, was that easier to develop than this?
It was easier because we didn't have to do the tools.
Alright.
But people were expecting more
Right.
out of the same hardware, so that was harder.
Okay, is this one of your bosses?
I think it was actually.
So, how do you feel about the movement of this boss, Mr. Complainer?
I can't. Is it this? Did I do this? I can't actually remember. If I did, it was probably quite good. Oh, this is when he goes into the middle of the thing, isn't it? This must be the last. I like the camera on this.
That's pretty great.
It's actually surprisingly hard to do these transitions going from normal flying to pan out with the camera, go into this thing into a new level with because you're still basically going in a straight line. You're not going down anymore. You're actually going forward.
Right.
But it looks like you're going down. Is that us or them?
It's probably us. It's all good.
Actually, I can't remember what boss this is. It's not Andros, is it? Andros is in space, isn't it? Oh, it is Andros.
Just barely.
So that whole thing was just basically a cinematic, a playable cinematic.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about this, big secret about this, is that he's actually saying something very rude with his mouth. I can't see what it is.
Oh my god.
So if you were to get a neck tattoo of Andros,
Let's go.
You mean like this one?
Oh my god.
What happened?
I
Did
think
you
you
finish
won.
I was really scared. I
think you did good.
That was really quick.
Yeah, let's go, SnakeMadness.
Is that his name? SnakeMadness. Oh, it is his name.
Really got it though. A moment longer, he would have gone into the suck phase.
So what's it like? This is the first time you've watched a speedrunner play Star Fox. 30 years later, you old fuck. What's it like to see it now? To see people still enjoying this game?
Well, he didn't look like he was enjoying it.
Well, he clearly is, because he's putting a lot of effort into this. There's a lot of joy. He's just stressed.
Despite the two
Right.
mistakes, because
I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Because it seems like they're just trying to avoid the enemies all the time.
But they had to learn that.
Yeah.
Like he had to spend all this time.
It's really surprising to see how quickly they can kill the bosses, because they were designed to be really hard, and he's just pressing a few buttons to kill them. And the surprising thing is that they never found that in the testing, and they tested it so much for so long. And if that would have been, that would have cropped up as being a huge bug in every case where he's just killed it within a few seconds. So it's he should be a tester for Nintendo and charge a lot of money.
SnakeMadness, you should be a tester, and Nintendo should
Pay you lots of
pay
money.
you lots of money. All right, what about this extruding text? How do you feel about that?
Oh, great.
Okay,
Fantastic.
cool. Well, man, IGN Dev Reacts. This was super fun. I'm Mark Lentz. With me was one of the team members of Star Fox. We're from Chuhai Labs. Giles Goddard. Play us out.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. You can find us twitter.com/Chuhai Labs. We're a game developer. We just released our new game, Carve Snowboarding for the Oculus Quest. It's coming to the Oculus Rift. It's a great game.
And the Playdate.
Oh, yeah. And we have a brand new Playdate game, the launch title, Whitewater Wipeout. So go check us out on the internet.
Pre-order
Chuhai
your
Labs.
Playdates next month.
Next month, July, pre-order. Get them. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.